So it feels like everyone, especially on the internet, but a lot of people at least, has relationship trauma or a lack of a relationship with someone that makes them hate the other gender or even their own gender. Um, and this is something I've seen a lot, and I feel like I've almost gone down that path, and I wanted to talk about it. So now I may be a virgin, but I have had a girlfriend before for several years. We met online and then dated in real life. Um, and you're probably saying like, how the fuck do you live with someone for that long and you're still a virgin? Well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. So yeah, I messaged her on Twitter one day. 2 months later, I flew out to her, and then 8 months later, or 6 months later, she visited where I lived, and then 2 months after that, she moved in to my mom's house where my brother, sister, mom, and me lived. And it was too small for that many people. I don't. When I recall that period, I feel like I was in a Jurassic Park. I was living in Jurassic Park for like 1.5 years, and I was hiding from these dinosaurs that were 100 feet tall, right? But like I was on there, I was like in their egg nest, so I was like stepping over eggs and all these broken eggshells everywhere. And the dinosaurs could just hear every fucking egg breaking, and they would just snap their eyeballs at me. Um, yeah, that's a metaphor to summarize how I felt living in that. It was a cool relationship for about a couple weeks. I cringe a lot and feel absolutely retarded anytime I really talk about individual experiences or interactions I had with her. So I'm going to try to leave all that out. And I also don't think anyone would even believe me or how stupid I was. Like it almost sounds like bullshit. So I'm just not even going to talk about it. Um, but yeah, we never had sex. I didn't really care if we did or not. When I first visited her, she tried to have sex with me, but I pushed her off of me twice because I kept flinching. I don't know, I was just very ticklish. I kept flinching. Oh, this is painful. um, yeah, I told her I'd just rather not at all. Which worked out because she said she had trauma and stuff and rather not do it at all too. Which even right after she tried to, she said that. So I was like, oh, cool, perfect. Um, so we just like laid next to each other instead. Um, I flinched again from like her knee or something, so I flinched, which made her flinch and knee me in the balls from point blank range, which made me flinch again, which made her flinch, which made her knee me in the balls again. That's a very vivid memory I have of that day. And then I spent $60 on ice cream on an ice cream DoorDash delivery from down the street. I should have just walked. Like, am I fucking stupid? $60 on ice cream. It was worth it though. I mean, that shit was really good, but every memory from that period I look back on, I'm like, am I retarded? Was I retarded? Um, yeah. Long story short, I think I let myself get taken advantage of. Um, and so that's why it's so embarrassing, right? Like to admit that I let someone overstep my boundaries every chance, and all that stuff. And like, nobody is to blame other than me for all of that, which makes it extra hard to talk about. I feel like it would have been very easy for me to hate that person, or to hate all women, and assume that every future experience with a girl would be just like that, right? Just frustrating and painful and confusing and crazy. Like, I imagine, like, I felt crazy. I imagine she felt crazy. I imagine everyone, my whole family felt crazy during all that. And I thought every every future experience I ever tried having with a girl would feel like that, like literally just stuck in a labyrinth, and there's no way out, basically, right? There's no logic to that you can apply to this labyrinth to find your way out of it. You literally just have to teleport out of it, or something, like something that like you can't even imagine thinking of or comprehending as possible at that moment is the only way out of that labyrinth, is how it felt. And so after an experience like that, it would be easy to convince myself that I hate all women, or that they're all evil or bad. But if I did that, if I did allow myself to think that, or if I ever tried justifying that to myself, which I've considered it genuinely, right? Like, I have genuinely considered that. But if I ever allowed myself to be convinced of it, then that would mean she won. That to this day she still has influence over me. Right? That like, it would mean that every experience I've had since then was reminding me of her, which is not something I want to allow to have influence on me. I'd rather just get over it. And I don't think most people who hate a group actually hate that group. Right? They're just constantly reminded of one person or one experience that they've had with someone from that group that was very painful, or something that just broke their expectations, and then they want to avoid, right? This is the same ignorance that enables racism, I think. I mean, right? Like, one single experience basically mind controls you, convincing you of generalizing that group, because if you ever interact with anyone from the group, that same bad experience will repeat, right? That's what your mind tells you. That's what logically it makes sense, but like statistically it doesn't really make sense, right? It's like the fear of your brain, the fear in your brain is driving you to avoid certain encounters just because of that one bad experience. But statistically speaking, if you had 100 of those experiences, each with a different person from that group, like, most of them would probably be pleasant, right? So I refuse to let a bad experience traumatize me. I would feel so weak to allow that one person to ruin my chances at making new experiences with new people. And also, I think racist and sexist jokes are great, as long as they're funny, right? Like, she was very like anti-racist joke, anti-sexist joke, but then would make sexist jokes about like cis white men, right? Which I think are funny, as long as they're funny. Sometimes they're just like cringe or don't really match the situation, but I laugh at anything. So jokes where the punchline is like a heterosexual, straight, white, cis male. I think those are funny. I think jokes about white people are funny. You know, there's nothing not to laugh about unless the joke is just not funny. Unless it's just mean spirited, and that's it. Right, so like there's this like internet war of groups fighting each other, and I don't think censorship is the answer to that. I think the opposite. I think just allowing people to say ignorant things on the internet is the best way to go, because those people will get corrected eventually. Right? Because truth always comes to the top. And I thought I hated this person for a while, but I think I just hated the similarities I had with her. I think I saw a lot of unhealthy habits in them, and those are really what I hated, because I shared those unhealthy habits with them. You know, I saw parts of myself that I didn't like in that person, and that's what I hated. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to share those traits and habits. You know, I want to become better than that. And for a while, I was basically just kind of appeasing to this person as a means of getting them to stop talking and complaining, and just so I can start doing what I wanted to, right? So I felt like I was taking care of someone. It felt like I was taking care of a baby, just trying to get the baby to go to sleep and stop crying. And then once the baby went to sleep, I would tell myself, like, all right, once this baby goes to sleep, I can finally do what I want to do. So let me just do everything they need so that I can finally do what I want in peace. But that time never came, right? And it was a very self-destructive way to live, trying to appease, I guess, really everyone around you, trying to do everything for everyone around you just so you can get some peace of mind. But that peace of mind never came. That was a horrible way to live, I realized. Part of me, I think, was just doing it. I wanted to see how far will this person let me go. How close to destroying myself will this person watch me get before they do something about it. Is like looking back on it, basically that's what I was doing. I wanted to see, okay, how close to fucking dead do I have to get for you to realize something's wrong? And then eventually I was like, I got her to move back home with her parents, and then I broke up with her because I was unhappy, because I thought they were cheating. Like in retrospect, I thought they were cheating. And I was like, okay, if you're not cheating, show me. They wouldn't show me. So I was like, okay, let's just break up then, because I'm not happy, and it feels like you're not willing to show me what I need to see in order to give me peace of mind. And also, I don't think that peace of mind is even worth it. Like, whether you're cheating or not, I'm unhappy. So I want this to just be over, please. Well, it's basically how it ended. And I'm glad I did that, because I felt so much fucking better after that. All I wanted was peace of mind, and I couldn't have it. So the only answer was to be alone. And I'm really happy I did that. So yeah, I got into that relationship like 4 years ago. It lasted like 3 years. No, No, it was almost 5 years ago. It lasted like uh yeah, 3 years. Just under 3 years. Before that, the only dating experience I had was getting catfished on Badoo when I was 19, I think. No, I might have been 20. I think I was 20, almost 21 when I got catfished. And oh my god, maybe you're gonna think I'm retarded, but I got catfished by a someone who said they were a mute. I got catfished by someone who was mute. Alright, so like I never heard them and I just assumed the pictures they sent me were legit. I got catfished by this person for over 8 months. And I was like, after that, I was like, fuck this. I'm never gonna be this. I'm never gonna be so naive or gullible again. And then I was. I didn't get catfished again, but I feel like judging by the trajectory of my relationship after that, I clearly didn't learn a lot. Um, yeah. But in some lighter news, I patched up the leaky boiling puddle in the bathroom. Uh, that shit, I would walk in there, and it's right next to the door. So I would walk in there, step in this boiling hot puddle, slip, and then fall forward. And I was coming out of the shower once, and I stepped in the puddle and slipped, and I fell forward and put my hand out. And there's this steam pipe. So these old buildings, they're heated by steam pipes. Um, that just runs straight from the ceiling through the floor through any other apartments in the building. So I got out the shower, fell, put my hand on the steam pipe, screamed, and pulled back and fucking stepped in the boiling puddle and burned my foot. And then like 2 days later, um, I was taking my underwear off to get into the shower, so I bent down to take my underwear off, and I just pan seared my ass cheeks against the steam pipe, and I was like, no, I'm fucking done with this. I gotta do something about this shit. So I at least taped up the hole in the pipe with foil tape. Uh, so that's good. Uh, yeah, and like the exterminator came yesterday because we got a bit of a water bug infestation in here, and a cockroach infestation. I've only found one, and it was dead. Because, you know, we'd be spraying these bitches down. We'd be spraying the corners where they come from. And I don't know what a water bug is. I don't know if these water bugs, if they eat water. I don't know if they just swim. I don't know if they do the backstroke in the water. I don't know why they're called water bugs, and I'm not Googling what they look like. Because I don't want to fuck with bugs. I don't want to see bugs on my free time, right? If I see a bug, it turns into business hours really quick. I'm not going to be Googling bugs in my free time. But yeah. Oh, and I have to admit one thing. I bought Chinese food for the third time in 2 weeks. I had to get that off my chest because I do feel guilty about that. I'm just in a very Chinese time in my life. Someone told me, and I think they're right. Yeah. Think that's everything. See ya. I almost forgot to say this has been extremely therapeutic for me, just talking to a camera, just talking to the void. So I encourage everyone to do it if you've been thinking about it at all. And if you do, post a video of yourself just talking, leave a comment saying you did, and I will watch it 100%. And enjoy this far from perfect song cover of a song I found recently. that bang.
Chewing on all the things you say, moving on like we're all okay. Another wall that never goes away. Sleeping off till 2:30. TV off, had enough bad news. Run out of words that I could say to you. So love me alive, love me alive. It ain't always easy living your life. Give me a sign, give me a sign. 'Cause let's face it, you ain't always been sunshine. Like where I'm at, always in your way. Someone else come and take my place. 'Cause this girl's mind changes day to day. Day to day, I swear, yeah. She split, break the sole of my shoe. This girl